So, hello everyone, I am Monica from IELTS 9. Let's do this reading, the dingo debate. That reading was part of, you can see the date, 9 October 2025 IELTS exam in India. So, this reading can be repeated in other parts of this world. So, the dingo debate. So, that I have understood that debate kind of reading is this, but what is dingo? Everybody because will not be aware about what is dingo. So, for to get the knowledge of this word or to get the meaning of this word, you can read first 2 3 lines so that you will be coming to know that what is this dingo. Graziers see them as pests. Poisoning is common, but some biologists think Australia's dingoes are the best weapon in a war against cats and foxes. It means they are going to talk about some animal. So graziers, you must be knowing who are graziers, who are taking their cows or horses or sheep and other livestock to eat grass and all. So means relating to farmers, relating to animals kind of thing. Okay. Now let's have a look at the type of questions. I will be telling you IELTS tips and tricks while solving this reading. Of course, it will be helpful for your IELTS preparation. So first type of question is which section contains the following information. So 7 questions are there. And second type of question, I can see list of people kind of things. 3 options, 3 statements they have given. And finally, it is fill in the blanks. Yes. So it must be reading passage 3. Of course, questions you can see 11, 1 to 13. That doesn't matter. But in actual exam, this will be, I think, reading passage 3 or 2. Definitely, I will start my reading from first type of question. Why first type of question? Because 7 questions are there and paragraphs are 8 sections, means 8 paragraphs. So, with the help of this question, we will go through, we will come to know full knowledge about the full reading. So, for finding second and third type of question, it will be easier for us to get location because when we will be reading paragraphs for first type of question, we will underline the things, we will circle the things. Okay, so main thing we will be knowing it while reading. Let's do which section contains the following information. Of course, I will read all the question statements first, understand its meaning and come out with 1 or 2 keywords. Keywords should be different. It will be different for each question. Let's read it one by one. Yes, one request I want to do it. First, you do practice with me. Do it on laptop or computer. It will be helpful for you, or you can download it after getting PDF. I can provide you. Yes, and before getting my answer, before I am announcing the answer, please do it yourself. Just pause the screen. Now, first is a description of a barrier designed to stop dingoes, which also divides 2 kinds of non-native animals. Okay, non-native animals and a barrier they are talking designed to stop dingoes. Okay, so dingo is not a keyword because everywhere you will get this word in every paragraph. How dingoes ensure that rival species do not dominate. Okay, how dingoes are ensuring that their rival species do not dominate, means their population should not grow, like it kind of thing will be there. A reference to a widespread non-native species that other animals feed on. Reference to a widespread. Okay, widespread means too much population. Reference to a widespread non-native species that other animals feed on. A mention of the dingo's arrival in Australia. Okay, research which has proved that dingoes have resorted to eating young livestock. Now, many students must not be knowing about resorted word, but try to understand the sentence or read the sentence 2 3 times. Definitely, you will get some clue what they mean to say because in actual exam you will not get google.com. So that's why I'm telling you, just make it a habit. Don't Google it while you are doing practice of reading. Definitely, you can read the sentence 2 3 times. 40 50% you will get the meaning of this word. A description of a method used to kill dingoes. Okay, killing dingoes here, dingoes arrival here. And this can be seventh number, the way that the structure of dingo groups affects how quickly their numbers grow. Okay, structure of dingo groups means how they live, whether in group or in separately. So this will be described in any paragraph. Okay, so one more thing here, they have given NB, means point to be noted. You may use any letter more than once. What does it mean? Means a paragraph name A to H. It may possible that two question statements we will get in one paragraph. Then in front of two, suppose one and two information we are getting in A number paragraph. So in front of question number one, A will come, and in second number question also A will come. So that means this. So let's read number one paragraph, and definitely you can do practice with me. It will be beneficial to get higher band scores in IELTS reading. And of course, you can subscribe, like, and hype my video. So, first paragraph, a plane flies a slow pattern over Carlton Hill Station range in this region. In this is all unnecessary information. As the plane circles, those abroad drop 1,000 small pieces of meat one by one onto the scrub land below, each piece laced with poison. This practice is known as baiting. Okay, so they are explaining about the baiting process. What is this? So they are talking about a plane flies in Australia. So besides 50,000 ahead of cattle, Carlton is home to dingo, Australia's largest mammalian predator and the bane of, okay, grazier word is also there. Stewart, okay, person, because we know we have to do list of people also question. Manager of this complains that graziers' livelihoods are threatened when dingoes prey on cattle. Okay, so what I have understood from the first paragraph, uh, they were giving poison to kill the animal, and for that they are using this plane, and in Australia they are using. So dingoes, because dingoes were they prey on cattle, but no one wants the baiting to end and for dingoes to once again roam Australia's widespread. Okay, so here they are explaining how to kill animal, how to kill this dingo. So somewhere they were talking the description of a method used to kill dingoes. So for 6 number we can select A number paragraph. Okay, now let's move to next paragraph. Now I am going to read B number paragraph. About 4,000 years ago, Asian sailors introduced dingoes to Australia. So one statement was saying barrier is not the rival species, reference to widespread, no mention of dingo's arrival in Australia. But yes, little bit we will read more. About 4,000 years ago, sailors introduced dingoes to Australia. So that is confirmed. Fourth number will come with B number. Throughout the ensuing millennia, these descendants of the wolves spread across the continent. And okay, so that is clear that in B number paragraph, they are talking about this fourth number, a mention of the dingoes arrival in Australia. So B number, I will mark it. So two options we have left. Now we have to read little full paragraph because we are not doing list of heading. We are doing which section contains the following information. Okay. So it may possible that there are two options in one paragraph. So, as agricultural development took place in the European settlers found that they could not safely keep their livestock where dingoes roamed. Okay, so began one of the most sustained efforts at pest control in Australia's history. Over the last 150 years, dingoes have been shot and poisoned, and fences have been used in an attempt to keep them away from livestock. Okay, fences kind of word, but at the same time as the European settlers tried to eliminate one native pest from Australia. Okay, so here they are talking about how to stop dingoes. A, uh, a description of a barrier designed to stop dingoes. Yes, it is clearly given, which also divides two kinds of non-native animals. But where is non-native animals? Of course, it is clear dingoes have been shot and poisoned, and fences have been used in an attempt to keep them away from livestock. But at the same time, So till now, I will mark this B number for first one also, because it is clearly given how they stop dingoes. Description of a barrier. Barrier means fences to stop dingoes. Okay, let's move to C number paragraph. Number paragraph. Let's read C. In 1860, the rabbit was unleashed on Australia by a wealthy landowner. Okay. And by 1980, rabbits had covered most of the mainland. Okay, means population had grown. Rabbits provide huge prey base for two other introduced species, the feral wildcat and red fox. Okay, the interaction between foxes, cats, and rabbit is a huge problem for native mammals. In good years, rabbit numbers increase dramatically, and fox and cat populations grow quickly in response to the when bad seasons follow, rabbit numbers are significantly reduced and dwindling, but still large fox and cat population are left with little to eat besides native animals. Okay, mammals. So see, this is gone. How dingoes ensure that rival species do not? So there is no dingo ensure. So they are talking about some different kind of animal. So third, let's read a reference to a widespread non-native species that other animals feed on. So that is non-native. Yeah, they are talking about rabbit also, a cat also, red fox also. So reference to a widespread, definitely in these two paragraphs, they are talking about how rabbits population had grown up, non-native species that other animals feed on. Other animals, they are talking about this wild cat and red fox, and of course they are talking about red. So C number we will select for third number. Okay, let's go to fourth number, D number paragraph. Let's read D. Australian mammals generally grow reproduce much more slowly than rabbits, cats, and foxes. Of course, in above paragraph, they were talking the same thing that rabbit, cats, and foxes they have grown more. And adaptation to prevent overpopulation in the arid environment where food can be scarce and unreliable. Populations decline because they can't grow fast enough to replace animals killed by predators. They are talking about native species like cattle, livestock, and all. So Johnson says, this person name will come in list of people, says dingoes are the solutions to this problem because they keep cat and fox population under control. Besides regularly eating the smaller predator, dingoes will kill them simply to lessen competition. Dingoes will kill rats, rabbits, cats, and foxes. So how dingoes, so one number is gone. How dingoes ensure that rival species do not dominate? So yes, they are talking about this same thing. So they have given, so this person has given solution. Dingoes are the solution to keep them in control. How dingoes ensure that rival species do not dominate? So we will mark it with D number, this one. You can read it again, you will get to know the meaning of this. So in these sentences, in these lines, they are talking about how these rats, rabbits, and foxes are growing up. And here, from here, they are talking dingoes are the solution to keep in control. So D number paragraph, let's E number paragraph. No, one more paragraph is left in D. Dingo packs live in large, stable territories and generally have only one fertile, which limits their rate of increase. Okay, what I told you at the end, the structure of dingo groups means they are going to talk about how they live, how their family members and all. So the way that the structure of dingo groups affects how quickly their number grows. So it is clearly given their rate of increase, live in large stable territories and generally have one fertile, which limits their rate of increase. So definitely it will come with D number. Now, how many questions are left? Fifth is left. Only fifth is left. Okay, let's read E number paragraph also. Now, E number paragraph we will read. Reaching out from a desolate spot where three states meet for 2,500 kilometers in each direction. World's longest fence, 2 meters high and stretching from the coast in Queensland to the Great. It is there to keep dingoes out of southeast, and fence separates the main types of livestock found in found in Australia. To the northwest of fens, again they are talking about fens. Cattle predominate. To the southwest, sheep fill the landscape. Okay, in fact, Australia is a land dominated by these animals. 25 million cattle, 100 million sheep, and just over 20 million people. So first question we can reconsider it. Just a minute. See this, a description of a barrier, design barrier. Of course, they are talking fence. They have talked about two times. Barrier designed to stop dingoes, which also divides two kinds of non-native animals. But here they are talking about native animals. That's why it is not matching with one number. So in with E, nothing is matching with any. Only fifth is left we have. So F number, while there is no argument that dingoes will prey on sheep if given the chance, they don't hunt cattle once the calves are much past 2 or 3 weeks old. Okay. According to McKillen, again person name is there. So we can circle person names. And a study in Queensland suggests that dingoes don't even prey heavily on newborn calves unless their staple prey disappears due to deteriorating conditions like drought. Okay. This study co-authored by this and this. Okay, so research word means it is relating to study. Co-authored by Lee Alien of the Robert Wicks research in Queensland suggests that aggressive baiting programs used against dingoes may actually be counterproductive for graziers. When dingoes are removed from an area by baiting, the area is recolonized by younger, more solitary dingoes. These animals aren't capable of going after the large prey like kangaroos, so they turn to calves. Okay. Yes, so they are giving these three persons have given they have done research and their study what they have organized, what they have found, a research which has proved that dingoes have resorted to eating young livestock. Why they have started these calves and all, means young livestock, because they are unable to prey large prey like kangaroos and all. That's why if nothing is available, then definitely they will turn to calves, means young livestock. So this F will come with fifth number. Now let's do next question. Next question says, look at the following statement. Okay, look at the following statements and list of people. Okay, match each statement. These are the statements. From 8 to 10 number questions are the statements, and correct persons, list of people. 4 persons are there. Write the correct letter A, B, C or D in boxes 8 to 10 on your answer sheet. So why I am reading the instructions? Because it is important to read the instructions. Now list of people, we know many people like McKean or Johnson we have come across while we were reading the above paragraphs. Now let's read all the options. First means each statement, and we will understand the meaning as well as some keywords also we have to mark it out. Dingoes tend to hunt native animals, okay, rather than hunting other non-native predators. Dingoes tend to hunt native animals rather than hunting other non-native predators. Okay, presence of dingoes puts the income of some people at risk. Presence of dingoes puts the income of some people at risk. Okay. Because of dingoes, some people income is going down, means at risk. Dingoes have had little impact, okay, on dying out of animal species in Australia. Have had little. Okay, so let's find this person first. Stuart McKinnon. So yes, you can see my screen. So whatever the person name were there, I have just highlighted it. Okay, if you are doing pen paper reading practice, then definitely you can underline or circle the things. So first person is Stuart McKin. So this is given in this first paragraph. So let's read it what he is saying. Stuart, manager of this hill, complains that graziers' livelihoods are threatened when dingoes prey on cattle. Graziers' livelihoods are threatened when dingoes prey on cattle, but one man wants the baiting to end and for dingoes to once cross. According to Johnson of James Cook, Australia needs more dingoes to protect our biodiversity. So nothing is talking about dingoes tend to hunt native animals rather than hunting non-predative. Okay, non-native. The presence of dingoes puts the income of some people at risk. Some people at risk. Yes, it is given like that. Complains that graziers' livelihoods are threatened when dingoes prey on cattle. So we can put presence of dingoes puts the income of. So here income it is not given, but some people at risk it is given. So I will mark this A number person with ninth number. But I will still look at the word income also. Here nothing is given about income. And Chris Johnson B number, nothing, no purpose is solved from this line about this person. Okay, let's move to next paragraph where another person name is there. Okay, in D paragraph, this B number person is repeating here twice. So what Johnson says, dingoes are the solution to this problem. That we have already read that because of this problem, these three animals they are more in this planet. So dingoes are the solution to this problem because they keep cat and fox population under control. Okay, so nothing is relating to population and all. So what here these lines says about Johnson says, let's read it. Extinction word is there. Extinction means finishing of the animals or dying of animals. Dingo packs live in large stable territory, generally have one fertile, which limits their rate of increase. In the 4,000 years that dingoes have been in Australia, they have contributed to few, if any, extinctions. Yes, extinction here, dying kind of thing they are talking. Dingoes have had little impact on the dying out of animal species in Australia. So that is correct actually. In 4,000 years, they have contributed to few, if any, extinctions. So definitely it will go with this B number person. We are talking about Johnson. Okay, so this also gone. Now 8 number is left and this person is gone, this person is gone. Now two persons are left. Let's read it. Next paragraph where person name is there. We have read this paragraph and let's find another person name. First A number person again. No, we are looking for C and D. So C, Lee Alien is here in this and D number person is also there. So let's read it. This study, co-authored by Lee Alien of the Robert Wicks Research Center, this suggests that aggressive baiting programs used against dingoes may actually be counterproductive for graziers. Okay, when dingoes are removed from an area by baiting, the area is recolonized by younger, more solitary dingoes. These animals aren't capable of going after the large prey like kangaroos, so they turn to calves. In their study, some of the highest rates of calf predation occurred in areas that have been baited. Okay. Again, in first paragraph, they were talking about same thing like graziers will be affected and all. So dingoes tend to hunt native animals rather than hunting other non-native predators. These animals aren't capable of going after the large prey like kangaroos, so they turn to calves rather than hunting. In their study, some of the highest rates of calf predation. Okay, next also we can read because I am trying to match it, but I am not finding it properly that how they are talking. Native tend to hunt, so of course this is matching with this one, but still we can read D wala. Mark Clifford, general manager of a firm that manages over 20,000 head of cattle, is not convinced by aliens. This person assertion. Clifford say it is obvious if we drop or loosen control on dingoes, we are going to lose more calves. He doesn't believe that dingoes will go after kangaroos when calves are around. Nor he is persuaded of dingoes' posed ecological benefits, saying he is not convinced that they manage to catch cats and that often believing they are more likely to catch small native animals instead. So same thing they are talking. Now what will come? Dingoes tend to hunt native animals rather than hunting. Okay, here in above paragraph, I think they are talking, this person was talking with the help of this McKinney, that if it is because they are unable to prey large animals like kangaroos, so they turn to cows. But here it is saying he is not convinced that they manage to catch cats, often believing they are more likely to catch small native animals. They are more likely to catch small native animals instead. So 10, I think this eighth number is matching with D number. So we can match with D number. Let's do fill in the blanks. So here complete the sentences. They have given no more than 2 words. Okay. Means fill in the blanks. Now here IELTS reading tips and tricks for filling the blanks. The words before the blank and after the blank are really important to get correct answer. Here we know we have to use 1 word or 2 words. Now let's read the statement. The dingoes replaced the dash as the main predatory animal in Australia. So what they have replaced? Let's move to from first paragraph. So in first or second paragraph, they were talking about how they introduced. About 4,000 years ago, Asian sailors introduced dingoes to animals. Throughout the ensuing millennia, these descendants of the wolves spread across the continent and Tasmanian tiger disappeared. So it means they have replaced this Tasmanian tiger. So what will come? And the is also there. See this? The as the main predator. Yeah, main predator means top predators. Okay, so they have used a synonym for this. So if 11th number will come Tasmanian tiger. Now 12th, foxes and cats are more likely to hunt native animals when there are fewer. Okay, foxes and cats they were talking in here it is in C paragraph. So let's move the paragraph. Okay, so in C paragraph we have found this cat and fox also. So what they are asking, demanding, fox and cats are more likely to hunt native animals when there are fewer, means when there are less. So, but they are less, had covered most of the mainland. Here rabbit has covered. Rabbits provide huge prey base for other species. Okay, the interaction between foxes, cats, rabbits is a huge problem for native mammals. In good years, rabbit numbers increase dramatically and fox cat population grow quickly in response to. Okay, when bad seasons follow, rabbit number are significantly reduced and dwindling, but still large fox and cat population are left with little is fewer to eat besides native mammals. Native animals is there. Okay. I think yes. When how are more likely to hunt means are more likely to hunt native animals because there are less population of rabbits. So here rabbits will come. So it is clearly given rabbit numbers are significantly reduced, and because of that, they have little to eat besides only native mammals, native animals means. So here rabbits will come. Now, next number 13 number question. Australian animals reproduce at a slow rate as a natural way of avoiding. Okay, Australian animals reproduce at a slow rate as a natural way of avoiding. Australian animals means generally reproduce much more slowly than rabbits and adoption to provide overpopulation in the arid way of avoiding. See this way of avoiding slow rate. Slow rate is also there much more slowly than rabbits, cats and foxes, and adoption to prevent overpopulation means slow rate as a natural way of avoiding overpopulation we can write here. So overpopulation will come here in the blank.